Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. A few days ago I put a little poll on the community section of this channel, and the question was who is to blame for the failure to make Tyson Fury versus OLEKSANDR USYK. Now, over 200 of you, just over 200 of you voted, and the results are in, and the results are this. With 0%, no one is to blame. All right, fair enough. Jointly in the next position we have OLEKSANDR OLEKSANDR USYK and his team were to blame. That got 2%. And then both Fury and Usyk, neither really wants to fight. That got 2%. With 8%, we had who's to blame for the fight not being made? Gareth A. Davies. Not because he's guilty, but because we don't like him, which I was a bit disappointed. That only got 8%. Right? Which means, with a very big drum roll, 87% Tyson Fury and his team are to blame for the failure to make the OLEKSANDR USYK match. Now, before I go any further, this is a bit odd because you add all that up and it comes to 99%, so I don't know where the other 1% went. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe it was, I don't know. God bless the internet. But, yeah, 87% feel that Fury and his team were to blame. Absolutely no surprise. Now, you might say, well, who the hell are you? Your little channel, 1,700 subscribers, not many, is it? I mean, okay, 200 people voted. But, yeah, okay, I take that on board. You're not going to get many Fury fanboys on this channel, thank God. But, okay, I'll take on board the accusation that, well, this is just a little echo chamber. You've been very critical of Fury and his team, so obviously people who subscribe are going to be of a similar mindset. Well, okay, let's base this then on all the comments that are left on other videos, and criticising Fury. And again, I will discard the fanboys because they just ain't worth a piss in the ocean. Forget about them. But anyone who's objective, who understands what objectivity is, which Fury fanboys don't, occasionally you get, serious people who say, well, hang on a minute, Fury, you can't blame it all on Fury, and, they make an argument which I don't necessarily agree with, but which, I respect because they're at least using a bit of intelligence. They just have an opinion I don't agree with, and I would put it down to naivety or maybe not understanding or having the knowledge, but then they would say the same about me, I suppose. So, essentially, you have, let's boil this down. Let's say that if you did instead of 200 people, you did 20,000 people as a, in a Gallup poll or something like that, some serious organisation. Let's say that it was 30% less than the 87% that we found on this poll, on this channel. Well, that's still 57%. That's still a majority, and I think it's highly unlikely that only 57% of people who actually follow the game, follow what's gone on, follow the timeline of decisions and events and goalpost moving and all the rest of it. I think it's going to be a lot more than 57%. Let's say it's 70% and not 87%. The bottom line is that the vast majority of people, the strong majority of people in boxing who follow boxing, who are not casuals, who actually do follow what goes on, who have followed the negotiations, who have looked at the attitude and the decisions of both camps, the majority of people, the very strong majority of people, recognise that the evidence that's presented to us, because very few of us, or almost none of us, have privy information, or we're not privy to what goes on behind closed doors, but with the evidence presented, without question, Tyson Fury and his team are to blame. And if evidence came out to the contrary, of course I would amend my view. But as things stand, it came as no surprise that on this channel, anyway, 87% of people felt that Fury and his team were to blame for the failure to make the undisputed heavyweight title fight. And how many opportunities are there to make that fight? How many opportunities are there to fight for the undisputed title? Usyk and his team clearly wanted that. They've already been undisputed at cruiserweight. Fury has never been undisputed. You can argue he's never lost his belts in the ring. Don't even get me started on that stupid linear thing, which is a complete barefaced lie. When we're talking of barefaced lies, let's not forget, like I mentioned him earlier, Gareth A. Davies. Obviously, Frank Warren's another one. He's so full of it. You drain him of dung and you could manure an entire row of fields. But these people are as disingenuous and as gaslighting and as full of the proverbial as you can possibly get. Because especially someone like Warren, he knows the score and he's just so... he's protecting his cash cow, isn't he? Anyway, I had a little rant about him the other day, so I'm not going to have another one. Or have I just had it? Anyway, the results were in. I just thought I'd share that with you. Like I say, over 200 people voted. But can we have more votes for Gareth A. Davies next time? Again, it's not his fault, but we don't like him. Well, I don't like him anyway. Anyway, comments below. Thanks a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Unsubscribe if you're a Fury fanboy. And like the video as well. That helps us out. Spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Bye for now.